And yeah, that's where this channel started. I wanted to show, not only, I wanted to make memories for ourselves that we could look back on and share with each other, and not only that, get deep into photography and videography and get back in touch with my artistic side. So I started the channel and we went out. We had great trips. We started doing a lot more living and everything was awesome. That brings us to now. We're in 2026. All 2025 I didn't have a chance to film. We did go out, we did have vacations, we still had our adventures, but we had some health issues with our children that had to be taken care of, and a couple of scares. So kind of put everything on hold, and we got through it. We thought we would get back right into the swing of things at 2026, and we're back with another issue, which seems, the more we're finding out about it, the less scary it is, but it's still something that's like scary to go through if you have children. So that's kind of the reason why I stopped filming. I wanted to be more in the moment, because filming takes time. You got to set up, get your lighting right, figure out what you're going to say, what's the theme of the video, and yeah, it kind of became, I wouldn't say more of a job, because this is still a passion project, but yeah, I made it feel more like work, especially lugging around all the gear, unpacking, like I said, figuring out your lighting, figuring out what you're going to say, the theme, how to get the best shots, and it just kind of took the joy away from it. Well, not the joy, but it kind of took away from the purpose of the vacation, which was to get away and relax, right? So I took a step back. I wanted to still make memories, so I really got deep into photography last year, and that has really become my passion. But I still want to share my videos and post them with y'all and get constructive criticism, because I feel like that's the best way to grow. So this year in 2026, I decided to pack light, per se, and bring less gear while still being able to film and take photos. So that's where it brings me to the point of this video, which was how I went from carrying this, plus a tripod, plus a gimbal, plus a battery pack, to literally just carrying this when I go out recording now. And I get almost the same quality video, if not the same quality of video, because of the compression that YouTube does. Alright, so I just realized that I probably underexposed that whole video because I had it set up for midday sun. So let's see if I can recover all that stuff. But here's the size comparison between the two different bags, right? You're looking at the backpack right here versus my little sling. But like I said, everything fits in here nicely. So you got the bag, I got the Joby, the handles, the Feiyu, my light, the camera, and then I throw the mic in on top. Keeps everything safe. And then when I'm not using the Feiyu, I got my handle, and I got the Ulanzi MA38, my V&D filter pouch, extra batteries. I could actually fit my camera charger in here, and then a better shot of the inside. And it's got this like suede liner, so you can put your phone in there. It has a keychain, quick connect or quick disconnect, so you can put your keys on while you're hiking. And then you also have a pocket in the back that's very nicely lined for, I have my USB adapter for my computer, 2 SSDs, and yeah, oh, that's one thing I forgot to cover, is the Ulanzi comes with a magnet, so I could just MagSafe this while I have that tripod attached. Now the backpack, as you can tell, is a lot bigger, a lot heavier, but it carries all my gear. And this got heavy to carry around, and this ain't even all of it, because now I have the camera in the other sling bag, and this is probably just gonna be my photography bag. But yeah, much better setup. Very happy with it. The majority of the filming this year, I have decided that I will dedicate almost all my filming on my phone. iPhone 17 Pro. Shoots open gate. Apple Log 2. You can shoot RAW if you want. I personally don't feel like I'll need the RAW. Apple Log is just fine. And to be honest, this, like, watching it on YouTube and on the screen does not do it justice. So if you have a chance and you know somebody that has an iPhone 17 Pro, or, you know, just even go to the store, pull out your camera, pull out the iPhone 17 Pro, and record video. It's like night and day. I mean, will it compare to the cameras? Probably not. Does it get close? Heck yeah. Is it a lot more convenient? For sure. So that's what made me pull the trigger in getting the iPhone 17 Pro to be my main camera for all our adventures, like hiking. We do powerlifting. We coach powerlifting. We go to the gym a lot. We like to just walk and be active because we are getting older, and it's a lot harder to stay fit the older you get. Yeah, and just, it's easier to just whip out your phone when something happens. Your kids are there, you're in the heat of the moment. Whip out your phone, take a video, and have it be amazing quality and something to be proud to show your grandchildren, your children, family, and friends. And yeah, man, you just can't beat the quality that you get on these phones nowadays. As I stated, I got the iPhone 17 Pro, but I also got it with the litechaser from Polar Pro, their case, with the VND filter, and that's what it looks like. You got the filter, 2 to 5 stops. Plus, with the kit that I purchased, it comes with this handle. You just press this button right here, and it locks into place. And there you go. You have a nice little camera rig on your phone, you know, Bluetooth shutter. And honestly, the image quality out of this is amazing. Like, I'll just open the native camera app, and you can kind of see, like, that's really good quality coming from my phone, you know, and it's always in your pocket. Now, there have been reviews of this VND filter stating that it's a little big to fit in your pocket, but for me, that's not the case. Like, this thing could go in my pocket. Matter of fact, I put it in my pocket all the time. It has a protective cover so it doesn't get scratched while it's in your pocket. Also, there's been reports of and you could kind of see it on mine now, there's a little bit of discoloration on the orange from where it rubs inside your pocket. If you rock the VND filter, it'll save your phone from being scratched up and discolored. They also make like square filters that just lock on to the case, and it's the same shape as your phone, or the same shape as your phone. So if you prefer that, then that's always an option for you. The only thing I wish that they would do is make it to where you could mount lenses with this case, and it would be perfect. Because I really like the grip. Like, this is amazing to have. But Moment, I think, makes a drop-in lens adapter, which I'm going to reach out and see if it's compatible with this case, because it says it's compatible in most cases. So that'll be something I look into in the future, because there's a huge difference between the wide-angle lens and the main camera lens. when you're shooting film. Other kind of gripe I have about this case is it's MagSafe. So if you take the cover off, I have a Ulanzi MA38, right? And it has this little like carabiner style clip, so you could clip this on your bag and stuff. If it didn't have this, I'll try to show you guys. The MagSafe ring wouldn't fit on the camera. As you can see, it's pushing in a little bit because of the filter. So if you're planning to use a MagSafe filter and you don't have that little indentation, I would suggest getting just the square filter that they have. That'd be your best bet. The good thing about this little mount is that the bottom here has a magnet, so you could stick it to things. Like when I took it to the gym for a gym test, I would stick it on the rack or stick it on the weight to get some crazy shots. Then it also opens up to be a tripod, right? Where you could sit it down on your desk and record. It has a quarter screw mount, so you could flip it up and tie it into your screw it into your tripod, or it is, what is that, Arca Swiss? So this just literally slides in. I did test this on my DJI gimbal with the phone, and it worked, but because of how tall this thing is, it was super top heavy, right? So, but for me, when you're walking around and you want to do a selfie, like, you can't beat that. It's pretty strong. Like I said, I magnetized this to the bench, and it fell once because I slammed the rack or the weights back too hard on the rack, and it toppled down. But other than that, this thing is solid. So definitely invest in one of these if you're looking for a quick, easy MagSafe option. Alright, now my new setup that I got, and I'm actually shocked. Pardon me while I take some coffee. I'm actually completely shocked that more people aren't talking about this little cage, because all the rage is the freewell and the small rig and the moment cage, because of the ease of mounting lenses and mounting your SD and all that kind of stuff. And the moment has that super cage where everything's included on the bottom. You could put an SD, you could put your SSD or USB-C 3.2 or whatever, 3.0, and then you have a USB-C 2 for your headphones, and then you even have a power pass-through. But that thing is $200, right? So I bought this. This is the Feiyu mobile video rig, I think. I don't know. I'll get the exact name and I'll link it down below. But this thing has been amazing. You get the two handles. They screw off with these little knobs right here. They pop off, so you could just hold it like this if you want. If you're out and about vlogging, you can do your thing, right? The clamp is super tight, and it actually, as you can see, fits with my case on. Like, I had this on my bike when we were riding up and down the street, and it did not jiggle once. You could shoot portrait or landscape in portrait mode just by flipping it. The other bonus is you have a fan, and where I live it gets super hot, so the fan's probably going to be super useful later down the road. But the craziest part about this, and this is why I find it so interesting that nobody is talking about it, you plug in the USB, and it has a built-in battery to charge your phone, right? You turn on the power button, boom, it starts charging your phone. Not only that, when you plug in the USB, it allows you access to the built-in features of this. Let me just take these handles off, which is why I wanted to purchase it, because I had watched, sorry about that, I had watched a lot of videos about how that DJI Mic Mini doesn't sound the best on Bluetooth when connected to your phone. So that led me to get this, which has an SD port right there. And then you have your, let me make sure you all could see it. You have your USB-C 2.0 right there. USB 3.0 for your hard drive. And then you have a pass-through power, so you could run a battery bank. Not only that, this handle turns into a handy tripod, so you can set this down on your desk and record yourself that way. I don't use the handle that often. I like to use the side handles. I mean, I don't use the tripod as a handle that often. I like to use the side handles, but I mean, this thing is super easy to put together. Like, the side has these notches. I don't know if you could see them, but the side has these notches that are notched out. Try to get it in the light so y'all could see. Has these notches, and then on the handle has those notches. You line it up, so it makes it almost impossible to cross thread this thing, because you know, aluminum, it's not good when you cross thread. You just line this thing up, start turning the knobs, make sure they're tight, and there you go. So when I use it, I take off the tripod because I like to have it handheld and you can maneuver it, keep it stable. Not only that, it's Arca Swiss, plus a bonus that I haven't seen on most is it has the notch. If you use a DJI gimbal, you know there's that notch for that pin to hold that adapter plate in. This fits on the DJI gimbal solid, like I've already tried it. So you can take the side handles off, put this on your gimbal, and now you have a gimbal for your phone. You don't have to go buy a phone gimbal. So as you can see, I went from this big old backpack with my camera, my lenses, my light, the tripod, everything that I needed to make sure I had enough gear to go out there and make a video and take pictures. From that big backpack to that sling bag is making it way easier to record. So at the beginning of this year, since I've gotten the phone, I've been able to whip it out, record, and make content again. Matter of fact, right now you're watching this on the iPhone. I switched to the iPhone. Now I know a lot of people are saying, you know, you could just film with your camera. The A6100 isn't that big, and I agree it's not, but with this mic, the camera, the plate, and then not to mention, because there's no stability, if you're doing any walking, I mean, you gotta walk around with this, you know, attached, and it's kind of big, especially if you want to be small, nimble, lightweight, and able to walk around. But here's what, let me get my ISO right. And here is basically what the iPhone looks like on the tripod with that Feiyu tech. I like this light chaser the light chaser case and handle from Polar Pro, because even when this is not connected to the case, you still have the Bluetooth shutter, so you could be down here. It's perfect for you YouTube setup, because I don't need to get up, hit the record button, walk back to my chair. I could literally just be sitting here, set up, frame the way I want, hit the button, everything starts recording. So far I've liked it. It's very nice. I will say the battery doesn't last as long as you would think. It's only 1,000 milliamps or something like that. It's not that big of a battery. So, but if you're in a bind, like the other day when I went riding with my baby girl down the neighborhood on the bikes, I was at work all day, come home, try to get on the bikes with her, and you know, your phone's not fully charged. And thankfully I was able to get footage, still have my phone, because I was able to charge a little bit on the Feiyu tech. Brings me to what's next for 2026 and the channel. Like I said, I got really into videography and photography, and it's kind of become like a serious passion / hobby of mine, and I want to take that more serious this year. So the channel is going to be a lot about that. I'm going to be out making videos, taking pictures of our events, our meets, when we go to powerlifting events, when we go on our everyday hikes, when we go camping, and, you know, all the things that you normally do in life, because I feel like everybody has a story to tell, and you should remember it, and you should have memories to look back on and smile and remember those times. So that's what this channel is going to be dedicated to this year, is not only our adventures, but the growth of me as a photographer and a videographer, because honestly, making these videos force me to practice my craft, perfect my techniques, learn, never be comfortable. And yeah, man, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what happens in 2026. And thank you for watching.